Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the Warhammer Geheimnisnacht mod. In the last episode, we launched a war to take this neighbor to the north up here, so that went pretty smoothly. And then we had our former husband, I believe, yes, son assassinated one of our other vassals. One of our coven members who was the viceroy of Toxie over here. And so we decided to try to imprison him. He rebelled. We beat his rebellion, threw him in jail, and executed him for his crimes. So that is that. And handed the territory out to someone else who's going to hopefully be a little bit more loyal than that guy. So we shall see. Alright. We only have one more tribal holding, and we were able to get counties converted. So that is good. Actually, you've already converted this county, so you can actually move. Oh, that's right. We can't move him yet. So there we are. I mean, do we have any better steward? We do, but it actually doesn't really matter all that much. Do we have any better spy master? Indeed we do. You're going to be spy master. And actually what I'm going to do with my spy master is, instead of scheming, I'm just going to send him to study tech over here in Ulthuan. I haven't done that yet, so let's go ahead and do that. See if we can improve our technology levels. Alright, let's go ahead and pause it. Let's get it moving. It has light. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. This has medium jungle. Okay, so we are going to need to cut back the jungle here. And I will do it myself. Ooh, we have some tech. Light infantry. We have a lot of that now. And we're going to go for town infrastructure, church infrastructure, and tolerance, I think. Because of the cultural differences, that's going to help with the opinion issues with all the different cultures we have going on right now. We have Jade, we have Amazon, we have Cathay, we have Lizardmen, we have Mian. Okay, did we succeed? Yes, we succeeded. So now we just need 250 gold, and we should be able to get this converted to a castle. And we will finally get rid of all of our tribal holdings in our home territory. So add +9, that won't take too long. There we are. Upgrade the castle, do it. And actually, it got a full garrison straight out of the gate. Alright, levy reinforcement rate's up, which is good, because we need to get that levy reinforced. And I noticed one thing here, is that we can now build elite Sari retinue. The people of Lothern have progressed beyond our own technological level, managed to study their advancements, and the document closed here should help reach their level. We got some tech points. Beautiful. So yeah, we can make elite Sari retinue now. Which we're probably going to do that. Now, this is very expensive. Very small retinue, but I was actually looking at this. The projected monthly cost is 0. These cost nothing to maintain, though they are very expensive to initially acquire. And they're very small. The feuding between Holy Scholar Nitu of Yauli and Minor Viceroy Quatwin of Quitax has reached your court and can no longer be ignored, as your vassals both have brought their grievances against each other in the hope of garnering our support. I think we're going to favor the minor viceroy because he's a more powerful vassal. We're going to keep his opinion up. This scholar who only holds a city, we don't really care. And you keep one of the corrals. No. He's not right now. Any actual important decisions we need to make? No. So I had to introduce a new law to the good people of the realm. This is your right as their ruler. Okay, we have another option here. I think we did the Pants Act. We did the Hole in the Wall Act. Let's do the Turnip Act. Well, a new law has been written, and courtiers are even now distributing it to all of your vassals. You admire your handiwork. Whereas a turnip represents the very best qualities to be found in society, and whereas it is a fine texture, particularly when boiled, and has been proven to remedy all ailments known to man when consumed. Therefore I, Shashala of Tlaxtla, I decree that the turnip shall henceforth be used as currency throughout the realm, taking the place of gold, silver, or any other precious metal. These shall instead be turned over to the crown for immediate disposal. This law will bring salvation to the realm. Okay. Okay, so our levies are up. Not as strong as they could be, but pretty decent. Oh, we need a new commander, I think. Spymaster is not going to be able to lead troops. But this guy can. Being such an industrious ruler, you have not gone unnoticed by the population. Yeah, we can go ahead and do a tour. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start moving my troops back north. My undead army. And I'm introducing another new law, because I'm a lunatic, which I guess we'll go with the Cessation of Violence Act. The one we haven't done yet. The Cessation of Violence Act. The new law has been written, and courtiers are even now distributing it to all of your vassals. Whereas the children of the realm have become desensitized to violence, and whereas the general population seems to have lost all regard for the sanctity of human life, which is kind of hilarious for us as a vampire to say, therefore, I decree that all forms of violence directed against other human beings be outlawed, including both capital and corporal punishment, as well as the torture of criminals, heathens, and foreigners. These vulnerable social groups are instead to be rehabilitated and eventually released back into society as productive citizens. Okay. This guy, my vassal, apparently was part of a plot. Maybe he was plotting to kill me. I can go into hiding. You want to ransom this prisoner? No. Already told you no once. Alright, we need to start improving things. Castle walls. Let's get the castle walls up, because that increases the levy size and it increases tax income. The earlier we can take improvements and increase tax income, the better. Because that provides the greatest benefit over time. So we're going to go for those city walls, we're going to go for the castle towns, things like that, begin improving the economy. Alright, someone's conspiring to kill my husband. Alright. Alright, what I think we're going to do here is this piece is in our de jure territory. So, we're going to grab it. Shouldn't really cause us too much trouble. They have 600 troops. He has not enough prestige to call in anything. Was it about 600 troops? I can probably do this with just my undead army. We'll lead it ourselves. Declare war. We're going to occupy it. This is just a tribal holding, so we'll just assault this down. There we go. Yeah, these are pretty much light troops. They don't do a lot of damage. Introducing another law? I guess we'll reintroduce the Pants Act, which we've already read that before. So... Alright, let's see. Go ahead and assault it. Wow, they didn't even raise an army. Okay, so we need to hand this to somebody. Do we have any characters who are my religion and my culture? So guys who are vampires, who are not rulers and are not member of a great house. No. Scion of the Coiled Covenant. It's in my realm, though. Who's the best steward? Ah. Husband. Actually, that makes sense. We'll grant him landed titles. Let's just do it this way. Grant landed title of this. Council votes yes. And we'll grant you the landed title of that. There we go. And we're gonna need a new commander. So we'll reassign him as a commander now. Alright, we won a war, so we will take the win a war ambition again, because that's the only one that really makes sense for us. Okay. Alright, so this reinforces a 300 soldiers a month. Almost 300 soldiers a month. Wow. I think I want to build that army up as much as I can go. Alright, let's resign these commanders. Okay. So there we go. We have some money now. Let's check our holdings, make sure we have castle walls. And we could use a little bit more money. Because now that we have all these castles, we need to upgrade them. Okay, so they had a good time together. That's good. Let's see. According to your marshal, peasants are having frequent troubles with highwaymen, wild beasts. Suggest a series of outposts and roads. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that and spend a little bit of money. Let's see, is there anywhere we can raid? This guy. Looks like the economy there is fully recovered. So that may prove a nice source of income. So let's go ahead and let's send the undead horde south. Again. What kind of army could you raise? 1.3 thousand with not enough prestige to call in your tribal armies. So again, this should be more than enough to do what we want to do without bringing up the full levy. Alright, so let's actually flip these guys to raiders. And we'll just march them straight in. I don't think we need to put any commanders in there. I don't recognize my friend anymore. The things we had in common when we first met and became friends have changed and vanished. Okay, I'll just try and stay friends. I think that was a retinue. Speaking of retinue, let's actually grab... Let's grab a bunch of these retinues. Let that start to build up while we raid over here. Ah, some more tech points. And I think I just killed somebody again. Our brother-in-law. Yeah, we just let that siege naturally. We've seized all the money in the countryside, so then we'll burn down the holdings and loot them. Alright. Look at you. Almost 7,000, but they are tribal. So that means that they can get a little bit troublesome. Apparently I've become a maniac. I wonder if this will ever go away. Apparently I was not interested in making an effort. Okay. I wonder if I gaze. Let's go ahead and gaze into the dark crystal. Took you a while to realize that when you discovered some precious artifacts have disappeared from your treasury. As far as your servants remember, they swear you ordered the items shipped to an unknown location days ago. We lost 100 gold. 100 gold? I'll hopefully we'll get that back. Right, so this is reinforcing up. Victory? Yep. A second. I have a pterodon rampage. Where is it? Right here? I think all we'll need is these guys. Yep, merge up. get our best guys in command. We'll start marching these guys in as reinforcements just in case, but I don't think we'll need them. Nah. Okay, they want to form a non-aggression pact with you? No. Alright, teardown rampage is over. Send the troops back home. Victory, some more money. You want to try and ransom people again. Declined. Alright, so now we have a temple and a tribal holding to loot. Let's see, we need castle walls. We have walls here. We need some walls here. No, we're not going to carouse. We have walls here. A strange chest made of an unknown metal was recovered by your men while they looted the holding. Try as they might, they haven't been able to force the chest open, and its contents remain a mystery. It has now been deposited into your care. Alright, so we stored the chest safely away. Oh, there's one thing, speaking of. What I've wanted to do is I want to craft a magic item. How much does this take? 250 gold. Poison the Dragon Emperor is drawing our blood. We'll gaze into the Jade. Winds of Chaos are dangerous levels. And now she is prospering. CK2 is prospering as well, if that's how you pronounce that. In the dark reflections of the crystal, you found peace and clarity of mind. The glimpse you've catch the slopes of the heavens built by the dragon gods has placated the voices and restored our sanity. But we're still a lunatic. Strange looking key made of an unknown metal. You examine the metal, reminds you of the mysterious chest. Let's see if the key will fit. The key fits a lock. And trembling with anticipation, you slowly open the chest. Sadly, it is filled with nothing but worthless baubles and various trinkets. There's not a trace of gold to be found here, but the contents of the chest are probably traded away for a few coins at least. We got 10 gold. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, looks like we're done raiding this. Alright. No longer looters. Alright, so we're up to 208 of these troops. How many are they going to get up to? 480. Okay. 480 heavy infantry is nothing to sneeze at. So I want to get up to 250 gold and try and craft this magic item. We would like you to back our plot to spread warp dust. No, decline. It sounds bad, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, let's start marching our troops north again. This guy make the duchy title? Let's see. Yeah, all we need is the money. Let's make sure there weren't any other requirements there. Lon is no longer court priest. The crazed Sire has viciously killed a court priest. Rumors say the horrible murder was entirely without motive, but the killer's sick pleasure. Someone just murdered our priest. Oh, and I forgot to move him, too. Oh. So let me actually see if there's any other characters out there who are of my religion and any culture. Any who are not rulers. And we want someone who has very high learning, who will join our court. You will. You're another skink, but, you know, we don't really care that much. As long as you can do the job. Alright. You're hired. Get to work. Oh, something I wanted to mention that I forgot is that a couple people have mentioned that the new version of the mod is out that supports the latest version of Crusader Kings and the Monks and Mystics DLC. And I did actually attempt to install it and upgrade my game and see if the game will load. And interestingly enough, the save file does load, but it breaks a lot of stuff. I no longer have the vampirism traits. I no longer have the dark crystal. All of the skinks in the entire world have the toad trait. So they've all been converted to frogs. I'll march you up here. So, yeah. And then the game will inevitably crash at some point. It gets very unstable. So we'll stay with the older version for now, and maybe think about upgrading to the new version for any new series in the future if we decide to do that. The Insufferable Mortals oppose our Dominion. Jade Mayhem. I don't really want to suck the province. Oh, we have the 250 gold I need. Let's go ahead and craft that magic item. Using gold, it is possible to craft powerful magical tools to aid you. What do you wish to craft? A sword, an amulet, a potion. I think I want to craft a sword. Depending on your magic power and amount of gold, these are swords you can forge at the moment. A rune sword takes 1 year. So we'll get this modifier that'll hit us for a year while we craft the item. Go for it. Alright, so we're going to be under a regency for a year. As long as we're not losing money. Which we are not. I think while I'm doing this, we are not going to be able to go to war. But if all goes well, I will get a powerful magic sword that will augment my combat abilities, which are already substantial. Alright, so I think we are actually at time here. So we'll actually end it here, and hopefully when we come back, we'll finish making our sword, and then we'll see about maybe going to war with Amazonia for the first time. See if we can't rip away a chunk of their territory, and finally get some coastal land, which would be nice. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.